So today we're going to be playing the Megachesszilla from the dinosaurs thing that started July 4th versus a master bot, the Nora bot with 220 elo. So the question is, can robot Megachesszilla thing with 2950 elo beat Nora? I'm thinking that's Sweden, I don't know. With 2200 elo. Now the answer, probably so. After this, we're going to try Nora versus Nora, then Megachesszilla versus Megachesszilla. So let's just get into it. Okay, go. E4. Classic opening. C5. Okay. This is Cillian. Queen H5. Putting a bit of pressure here, and maybe a tiny bit on, and also skewering this pawn to the king. Huh, nice. E6. Yeah, sorry for the long pause. F4. Knight C6. KC3. Okay. Yeah, this is doing good. D5. Again, sorry for the long pauses. D3. Knight F6. Okay, this is going well so far. Queen F3, so freeing that pawn, even though it's blocked. E5. You can move that bishop and castle. Or no, bishop, castle. And then for here, gotta move these two to castle. So this one has easier castling, meaning easier, like, protection advantage, I guess. I don't know what to call that. And that was kind of a missed opportunity to take a pawn, but okay. There was barely any consequence to that. Actually, no, taking a pawn, you would get recaptured with knight. Never mind. Either way. Anyways, bishop E7. Possibly preparing to castle. What the heck, Megachesszilla? Anyways, so, next up we have, knight D2. Castle. Knew it. I knew they were castles. E2. b5. Okay, this is pretty good so far. This is going well so far. This is going like how I would probably expect most. Like, very hard, like, yeah. So this is an example of what I meant by either way you would get recaptured by the knight. It's just an example. e4, d7, missed capture, but also you would get recaptured immediately. d2. Okay. b4. Possibly hoping to break in and promote. g4, completely ignoring that for the most part. Possibly. g6. h6. f5. Can take. Or not, I guess. c3. So, as I suspected, trying to break in and promote. Probably gonna get taken, yep. Probably gonna get recaptured. That's what I was saying. Like, if you do that, you're going to get recaptured eventually. Like, you gotta know that. Or, maybe they were trying to purposefully do this. F8. Unprotected. Yoink. Mines. g4. Okay. h4. Check. I didn't realize it was check. g3. e6. a4. So now you're pushing that pawn. Queen blocks. Like immediately. Rook c1. Bishop g5. Okay. g5. You could have taken that, but you would have gotten recaptured. Rook d1. So I don't know if it thinks it can castle here, but it cannot. Like, it castles once, I don't think it'll be able to castle again, as far as I'm aware. Maybe, possibly. Or maybe, like, they can castle this way, I don't know. Anyways, queen c3. c3. Check. f2. d4. Another check. g2. Another check with knight e3. e3. h3. Escaping-ish. h5 with the pawn. Trying to push that out. possibly a queen trade. Possibly. Anyways, g4. g2. The only legal move. e3. No, not a queen trade. Surprisingly. e4. Rook b2. Actually, I kind of see that because that would just be a rook just kind of hanging or being taken. h4. Bishop g1. Hanging that. Yep. Rook e2. Check. h1. Okay, so it's in a place where you can check if you are good enough to do it. Bishop d5. Rook g4. Queen f2. Okay. I'm going to make you prove that there's a mate, is what Nora just said. Rook g5. Queen h2. Now, I don't remember what I said. I think I said I was going to do Nora versus Nora, and then Megachesszilla versus Megachesszilla. If I didn't say that womp womp, we're doing it that way. Suck it up. You know what? No. I'm gonna leave that to that. Megachesszilla versus Megachesszilla. Alright. Initializing combat mode, it says. e4. That was quick. f4. Not really in the center, but kinda. d5. Okay, not bad, not bad. Free pawn. Actually, no, not free pawn. Hold it. Yep. I do see why you would think that is free pawn. Wait. Didn't take the correct path. c5. Knight c3. Took you long enough. And then kind of free pawn, so why not? Like, who wouldn't take free pawn? Knight f3. Move analysis perfect? I don't think so. e7 with queen. e7 check with queen, sorry. New threat detected. Destruction imminent. Powering up plasma beam. I'm just reading what it says. Up. You're dead. You're dead, brother. Here, I'll just even prepare it. Or not. Wrong piece. Sorry. F6. Deploying tactical defenses roar. Megachesszilla has downloaded all possible chess moves. Okay, cool. D4. You know, if I was playing this with ChatGPT, I think it would either summon random pieces out of thin air, or it would, I don't know, like, I'm thinking, what would it do? Just teleport pieces to random places. They would give it an advantage or something on this, like, evaluation bar. So far, Megachesszilla with the white pieces has an advantage-ish. C4. Sorry. I was talking a lot. Castle. I somehow did not notice or comment on how the fact they could already castle. So, A3. E8. Bishop takes F4. G4. It's a minor threat, according to it. Protective measures taken. Wait, how do I do that? Wait. I don't know how to, whatever that is. Long castle? I have never seen that. I'm just gonna say that right now. I have never seen that until, like, just now. H6. I mean, I knew it was a thing. I seen it in... See it, like, it shows it here. I seen it, like, in the, analysis mode, but still. H3. Horse taken, raise anger, settings high. First of all, it's not called a horse. It is a knight. If you want to argue, we can argue all day. It's called a knight, and I'm going to stand by that. There's nothing else you will call it. It's a knight. It's not a horse. C6. C6. C5. C5. And then C takes B6. C. B6. Hey, where am I supposed to go? Right here? Yeah. B takes A7. Yep. That's so. But white does have the advantage, by a very high amount. And it's the one commentating. It's the one with commentary. So I'm guessing commentary is better in some way. A4. Okay, so I see why you did that, because if take, boom, it just retakes your rook, and you're kind of down a rook, so not a very good thing. F5. H4. F6. D3. Allowing take, but also protecting the knight just in case. And this piece of geometry called a bishop takes the knight, which gets taken by a pawn in return. It gets retaken. Bam. Rook from rook on h squared to g1. Check. I did not see that. The f file is nearly full. King f8. D to e1. So the king can literally not move. But it's not a checkmate. F5. That was planned. D4. Yep. E4. D1. Yoink. That's unprotected. So I'm assuming take. Yep, take. G7, A4. Pretty basic stuff. Pushing a pawn, pushing a king. Thing is, so black has 5 pawns and a king. And white has 4 pawns, a rook, and a king. So, all that being said, in this position, white has a pretty high advantage. A4 has been pushed. G6. Just push the pawn again. Okay. Rook takes F4. Pushing this pawn be directly next to it, just on the B file. Rook B4. Yoink. Okay. Okay, see. Why I see what you're doing? Pushing your pawn. Push, push. Yes! Pawn race. Nope. No pawn race. Pawn race. Pawn race. Nope. Yep. Auto queen. F6. Let's take by rook. Boom. Queen g8. Can only move in the H file now. Yeah. Can still only move in the H file. G4 check. And checkmate. Okay. I think I'll end off here today. Yeah. Bye.